Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new Jump Force video, and today for you I got the Grimmjow guide. Get right into it. Starting with his first ability, I'm going to try and pronounce these as best I can. Gran Cero. It connects with the 3rd light, the 6th light, all 3 heavies, and a charged up tilt. If you want the cut scene animation, you have to do it on the 3rd light or the 1st heavy. For his second ability, Garde Le Pantera, you can connect it off the 1st light. You can use it twice before they have a chance to guard, and you can connect it off the 1st down tilt. Again, you can use it twice before they get a chance to guard. For his 3rd ability, Jaw Split, it only connects after the 3rd heavy, the 1st down tilt, and a charged up tilt. Now for Grimmjow's ultimate, Desgarran, it connects with everything except for the 2nd up tilt. If you're wondering why I'm laughing, I just hope I pronounced that right, or at least close. But yeah, it is the only one it does not connect with is the 2nd up tilt. Alright guys, basic things about Cero here is that it does allow you to hold it if you want to. It does do more damage. The cutscene happens, and when the cutscene happens at any point, you can connect ult after it. So like I said, when you do 1 heavy, it gives you the cutscene, and you can connect ult after this. I'll show you here. Not a fan of these very long awakening stuff. It connected right there. I just didn't want to sit through the whole cutscene. If I try and do something like this, the animation did not go off. If I try and use it, it does not connect, right? Clearly though, even though the animation will go off if I like go from here and I charge and hit him, the ultimate can only go so far, so don't expect you to like hit it from way over here. However, if I was closer though, that charged Cero would hit with ultimate. For his 2nd ability, basic things, the only really interesting thing is that if you hold back on your analog stick while using it, instead of shooting it like this, you'll make this kind of formation and you'll shoot it to the side. None of these connect with each other, even though it says it does. He does have a chance to guard. The only thing I can actually find for this is it's really made for guard break cheesers. If you want to use one, dash up and hold guard. What I like to do is dash up and grab because most of the time they'll try and sidestep or do something, or maybe they won't do anything. And if they try and sidestep, maybe I'll just go over and then just start hitting them as they sidestep, right? It's pretty much, it's made for guard break cheesing. However, I use it because people might think I'm trying to guard break cheese. I just do lights and stuff like that. The only basic thing you need to know about Jaw Split is that it can go through guard. So just like Law's radio knife, this one can cut through the opponent's guard. So if you want to do a very basic mix-up, you could just, as you're attacking them, just use the ability and it will go through their guard. For his stage transitions, he can do it off the 1st light and the 5th light. You can land a charged heavy after all these lights. However, it does not give you the animation to stage transition, so just be wary of that. For his grab string, of course, he can grab after every light. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 6, of course, you can grab, but very slow. They're all relatively slow. None of them are faster than the others. I think 3 is the fastest, so if you are planning to grab as Grimmjow, definitely go for that 3rd light. Getting into the advanced stuff with Grimmjow, his Vanish combo here, he can only do 1 on his lights. If we do 1 light, Vanish, and then do the 2nd light, it's going to connect, and we have a few options here depending on what the opponent does. So if the opponent is not pressing any buttons, he is doing a delayed get up, we can do a fully charged down tilt right when he gets up, he will get hit or guard broke from it if he's deciding to guard right there. So 1 light, vanish, 2nd light, fully charged down tilt, and then we can follow it up with if you jump, we want to jump and heavy and then go into a light string, or we can just jump and then spam lights. Oop, if we spam lights, he definitely whites out. Did not see that coming, to be honest. If the opponent is guarding, it's going to look something like this when you do this vanish thing. They get up right away. So just like last video, we have a couple options where you can grab right after. It is a lot faster than Law's grab, so grabbing right there is an actual good option. Oh, did I hit him right there? Yep, it's pretty fast, pretty good. You can also do stuff if you want to go for a fully charged down tilt. Fucking boom. You can if you want to try and guard break them. Same with the up tilt or a heavy. Holy crap, the 2nd light's not coming out. Boom, there we go. What I'd recommend though, of course, like I always say, half charge down tilt so you can follow it up with a combo after. So boom, half charge, do all 3 down tilts, and then do 1 more light and follow it up. You also have the option of just being incredibly safe if you want to vanish after the 1st light, hit them, and then vanish back just in case you think they're going to do something crazy. You have that option as well. It's just kind of a scapegoat if you are afraid the opponent's going to raw ult or something like that. For his heavies, he can only do it after the 2nd one, so do 2 heavies, vanish, and then continue the 3rd heavy. It will connect. I have only dropped it in very, very small cases if they're in a weird position on the wall. So you shouldn't drop it. You can't do it off the 1st one. The vanish time is just way too slow. As you can see, they recover. You can continue the 2nd heavy, but odds are they've probably sidestepped. They've done a lot more than you think. So really, that's all to it. Just know that you are safe after the 2nd heavy. If you want to vanish, wait for them to escape and see what you need to do after. Getting into his vanish strings, starting with his lights. On the 3rd light, if you vanish back and then dash and then hold light, right when the opponent gets up, you will either guard break them or hit them into the air. Same with the 5th light here. If we do 4, 5, vanish back, dash, boom, right when they get up, they will get guard broke. You can do this on the 4th light as well. However, there's a lot more time for the opponent to see you coming. Let me go ahead and show you these when they are guarding. So 1, 2, 3. I'd recommend doing this only on the 3rd light because it is right there. We can do it on the 4th here. A lot more time. As you can see, there's like a brief second where they have a few more moments. And the 5th light is pretty much just like the 3rd light. However, it just feels slower even though it's really not. So getting into his heavies for the vanish string, he obviously cannot vanish after the 1st one or it's not going to be too well or productive for us. So after the 2nd one, vanish, dash, it's pretty much going to be the same thing as I said lost. So we hit them, and if they aren't pressing any buttons, we can charge our heavy halfway and wait for them to get up, and then just use our heavy right away. I believe we can do this off the 3rd as well. Yep. So this is really if they don't press any buttons, and if you're not comfortable with doing this because it can leave you unsafe, go ahead and just do a fully charged light after the heavy, because right when they get up, they will get hit by it, and they will get guard broken if they are guarding. I do want to do one more thing before. Want the down tilt. Yep, I just go with the fully charged light. The down tilt is a little too slow. So fully charged light, right when they get up, should be guarding. Let's go ahead and look at that while they're guarding here. So, boop, boop, vanish dash. Alright, like I said, if they're guarding, they're going to get up a little faster. But if they choose to guard after they get the delayed get up, they will get guard broken. Now, if they're guarding, it's going to look something like this, very similar. They get up right away as soon as they get hit, and they're either guarding or just standing there. So again, options you can grab, however, it's a little slower, and it looks like you're... I mean, you are unsafe, but it just looks like there's a little bit more time than usual for the opponent to do something. So things you can do here if you're going to do this, fully charged heavy, or just actually go into an actual combo. Just keep spamming lights because most likely you'll beat them if they try and sidestep or do something. If you really wanted to, you can try and use an ability to catch them off guard. So vanish dash, maybe use Sero or something. The point is, though, doing this and vanish dashing. I just don't recommend doing a vanish string on any of his heavies. I just stick to the lights, trying to guard break him after the third light, vanish dash. So. Getting into his Vanishing Mixups. Now, to be honest, Grimmjow does not have a lot. It's starting to make me think like he's not actually such a great character, but, you know, he has potential to be in the right hands, just like with any character. So, of course, starting with the very basic, you can do one light, vanish behind, and grab. This is actually probably his best mix-up right now. His grab is very fast. His vanish off the first light's very fast. Overall, pretty good. You usually can do this with the heavy with most characters as well. However, Grimmjow's heavy is just so... The animation's so long that vanishing after is just not worth it. And the grab is really slow after also. Other things you can do with the first light is, of course, you can try and Zero if they're going to try and grab tech you. You can hit them with the sword and you'll get the animation off, which will let you land the ult. You can also try and just use... Pantera, I don't recommend that. That's really if they backstep or sidestep, it will catch them. However, it's just not the most effective move to use. And of course, you can try this. I don't recommend using Jaw Split. It's a 2-bar ability. That's all you honestly have to do to dodge it is just walk, right? Or run, but that's all you have to do. Is just kind of run in a certain direction and you'll miss Jaw Split. So the most likely case is if you're not going to grab right here, either use Zero, or go ahead and just kind of start up another combo with your second light. Now, I actually don't know if I said it, but you just have a dash grab. So if you want to vanish and then dash and grab, feel free to do that. So at any point, you know, if the vanish is fast enough, go ahead and vanish, dash, and grab if they block. I'd recommend doing this on the second heavy. So if we're going second heavy, vanish, dash, and we can actually go with another light here, 2 heavies, vanish, dash, and we can grab, or we can do a lot of things. They're using ability, guard break, whatever. I recommend resetting, so vanish, dash, 1 light, vanish, grab maybe, something like that. A lot of possibilities, so go ahead and explore on your own there. For some animation crossing, I recommend after the 3rd light vanishing, then doing the 4th light. So 1, 2, 3, vanishing, 4th light into a charged down tilt. It's a lot faster. It cancels the 4th light, or just the 4th light's just that fast. Boom, down tilt, right? A lot faster than any of the other ones. If I try and do it on the 3rd light, it's just really obvious. You can see the foot coming. You can do an up tilt, but that was weird. What the frick just happened? I just think the down tilt's just a little easier. Oh, that's weird. See the 4th light? It cancels it. The 4th light is actually very long. Boom. Up tilt does actually look pretty good too. Boom. Let's just check real fast if you can actually continue a combo after the up tilts, which I don't think you can. Yeah, you definitely cannot. So down tilt is the safer option. However, up tilt also is just there in case you want to. Sometimes you can whiff that 4th light if you vanish too far away, like that, so be very careful. Another animation crossing that you can do is after the 2nd heavy, do 2 heavies, vanish into the 3rd heavy, and then you can up tilt or down tilt. It's just, it blinds the opponent with the red light. They might not see it coming. They might not be able to react to it fast enough. This is very good. And if you are uncomfortable, of course, you can try and do just a half charge down tilt and catch them. And if you don't catch them, Grimmjow's down tilt is not safe, so be very careful about that. So it might look something like this if you're trying to be super safe. Half charge, call him Piccolo, or whatever your sister you're using, and then you can go back into it or something, and boom, maybe try and guard break him. Guys, honestly, I can't tell if this guide is going very fast, and that can be either 2 things. Either I'm getting lazy, which I don't think is true, because honestly, I think I'm just getting into the swing of these guides. I have, you know, the basic text that you need, and then the combos. So I think we're just finally getting it down. These videos might be shorter with still the same good information, or Grimmjow just doesn't have a lot of stuff, and I'm hoping it's the first one. Grimmjow is still a good character in my opinion. I just think there are definitely others better than him. So let's start getting into his solo combos here. So guys, to be honest, Grimmjow does not have a lot of solo combo options. You heavily need to rely on an assist for him, but I'd recommend just doing 5 lights into 1 heavy into Zero. And of course, you can either ult here. If you want to, you can use 3 heavies. Just keep an eye on the damage here. I believe it's roughly the same thing. 1, 2, 3. If not, maybe a little more damage. I can't really tell, but overall it's the same damage. And with if you do the 1 heavy instead of 3 heavies into Cero, you can land ult after. So definitely this is probably his best damage combo here. Let's go ahead and ult and see the damage unawakened here. Long animation cutscene. Getting a little tired of them. Toshiro was cool, but this is just getting a little annoying. Not even 50%. That's what I was afraid of. Let's go ahead and see with Jaw Split, because I know people are going to try and tell me to do that. A little more damage than Cero, however you cannot combine ult into that, so if you're going for damage, I guess I do recommend doing 3 heavies into Jaw Split. And if you're not convinced that you can't land ultimate after, I'll go ahead and use it. So if you're not trying to go for a big ult damage combo, I definitely use Jaw Split just to get that good damage. No ultimate. So guys, getting into these solo combos, I know some people don't like using Piccolo. I switched him for Goku. However, Piccolo is the best assist if you want that 90% combo. But with Goku, you can get pretty close to it. So I'll show you some basic combos that we can do. So if we just want to do something like 3 heavies into Cero, and calling in Goku, I called him in too early actually. Dash up, use your 3 heavies again into another Cero or Jaw Split. That can work also. We have options also with just like doing 5 lights, 1 heavy, getting the cutscene, calling in Goku, dashing up, doing 1 more light, or sorry, heavy, and then Cero, getting the cutscene again, and then we can land ult. I wouldn't recommend ulting after this. The damage reduction is going to hit hard. And yes, Goku does land after Jaw Split if you time it right. So kind of right when you do that 3rd heavy, go ahead and call in Goku and use Jaw Split. Goku should catch, and we can dash up, do lights or heavies. Let's go ahead and use Jaw Split 1 more time. I don't recommend using it 1 more time because it's 2 bars and it doesn't give you a lot of damage, but it will give you about 55%. So those are some basic combos you can do. Of course, you can do something 1 light into this, land in Goku, and then you can try and land it, but I don't recommend doing that. It doesn't really connect. Doing this, because it's also like the only thing that connects on, I just do something like that. It's not really viable, don't do it, but know that it is an option. If we are going for some big damage here, I definitely do the 5 lights or just however many lights into 1 heavy, into the animation Cero, calling Goku, dash up, 1 heavy into the Cero, animation, and go ahead and ult. Now because I did 5 lights, it actually might do less damage than I thought it might. But still, this is good damage. They can't escape from it after you land the first Cero, so it's good. Unless they have Red Awakening, they can escape after the first heavy. Yeah, see, the damage reduction hits pretty hard. A good 70% right there. Let's go ahead and do the Jaw Split one. So the Jaw Split one is going to look something like this, where you can do 3 heavies, calling Goku. I think I might have mistimed Goku. If you mistime it, Goku can miss / might be a little harder to follow up. There we go. And this should do a lot more damage than the double Cero, so... And we didn't add lights, so this will do more damage. Remember, however, landing Jaw Split, you have to do 3 heavies. Of course, we can do 1 down tilt, I believe. That's what it was, right? A good 80% right there. A lot of people tend to save their stamina for the 3rd heavy, like they're waiting for abilities. So if we find them waiting, let's do like a couple lights here. We can go 1 down tilt. Oh, okay, I didn't realize down tilt does not connect into that. Let's go ahead and do 2 lights into a down tilt. So if we do something like 2 lights into a down tilt, if we time it right, Goku should connect. Remember guys, it's actually very hard to find an assist that connects with this. They can follow up pretty well. See, Goku missed right there, so we timed it wrong. Let's go ahead and do 2 lights and time it right. Boom, down tilt. I think that was timed right, but I'm not sure. Because I usually do it after 3 heavies. Timed it right, dash up, 1 heavy, etc. This is going to give me good damage, and we got it off because we surprised our opponent. Instead of doing 3 heavies, we just did 1 down tilt, right? Let's go ahead and see how much damage we can do here. Alright, a lot less damage because of the down tilt. If you didn't know, if you do any type of down tilt or up tilt, it heavily reduces the damage you're gonna put on your opponent. So I wouldn't highly recommend doing it, but if you really need to catch your opponent off guard, and it still gives you like, what, 50%, 55%, so it's still good if they're at that amount of health. Now, if you're looking to be cheeky, you could do a little reset here. It's not much of a reset, but you can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 heavy into jaw split. It resets right here, but obviously, as you can see, I was unable to call out Goku, and because if you didn't know, you can't call an assist after the first heavy. It's weird. Like, I'm doing it right now. And if you think, well, just press it during the 5th. If I do it too early, as you can see, like, Goku hits way too early. We don't even land jaw split. So just know that there is this type of reset in there after that first heavy if you want to go for that, but it's not much of a reset damage, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. Alright guys, Grimmjow does have a Team Awakening ult, so if we want a Team Awakening, we want to walk up a little bit, call in our assist and ult roughly at the same time, like very fast. Now I use Piccolo for this. You can technically use any assist, however, Piccolo is the best to get the most damage, but if we're using something like Goku here, Goku's just going to Kamehameha on the ground. We can try land Gaara here, but we can only do it twice before he has a chance to guard and reset. If we're using Piccolo, we are able to get a lot more damage. Now, what I'll show you what we can do instead of using Gaara, but it's not necessarily the best thing, right? So you have a few options after Goku lands. We can use Jaw Split, we can walk up, we can use Sero, we can do 3 heavies into Sero and then Goku again. I'm just going to go ahead, Goku's going to hit. I'm going to use Sero here, calling Goku again. Ooh, I mistimed Goku, but Goku would have hit, then we could run up and maybe use lights or something. The point is, it doesn't give you a lot more damage than if we were to use Piccolo. So I'm going to go ahead and switch. I'm going to show you the damage that I do with Piccolo. Now this roughly is the combo I love to do with Piccolo, and that's where I get a good Team Awakening combo off. And if you guys still don't understand the timing for Piccolo, it's literally you walk up and you press your assist button, or sorry, hold your assist button and your ult at the same time, right? You have to press the assist first, but that's roughly it. You just press them at the same time. Piccolo will catch you, use Gaara 5 times, or how many bars you have, call in Piccolo. And you wait for him to walk down, fully charged heavy, and then that's really all the damage you can get. That's exactly 90% right there. It's actually a little less than 90. I think they raised the cap to like 88 or something. However, that's when I would go for the reset with Sero, so I would do I did the fully charged heavy, and then I would wait for him to kind of stand back up, and then I would use Sero. And this is your 100% combo right there. Now the reset that's more likely to work is going to be Jaw Split after the charged heavy, only because if they don't move, if their guarding still goes through, whereas if they don't move in their guarding, Sero does not go through and you're unsafe. So Jaw Split is definitely more of the option there, but if they react to it, they will of course dodge it and you will still be unsafe. But in my opinion, it's worth the risk, so... Oh wait, sorry, we cannot do Jaw Split because we don't have enough bar, so Sero is technically your only option for the reset, or you can just let them reset, so it'd look like, oh, we're gonna let them reset, and then like maybe go into like another mix-up or something if you do lights, anything like that, right? Now if you find that you don't, or if you don't want to do like the charged light or instant transmission, remember you can just do a charged light and then Team Awaken. You'll probably do something like this if you're just purely awakened and you can land 3 heavies. Remember, right when the red light hits, call in Piccolo and ult. This should give you the correct timing for Piccolo to catch your opponent after the ult is done. Remember, if Piccolo drops, it's not the end of the world. You still got the ult damage off, however, you just don't get the major damage that comes after. So, Piccolo should catch here. And I do 5 of these. And I don't have Piccolo to catch him again, however, I could just dash up and then do like heavies or something. But as you can see, damage reduction, hitting hard, and that's a good 90% right there. Hey guys, I just wanted to throw this in there that if you play with the maps in the stage transitions, you can basically do the same Team Awakening combo with Piccolo, where Piccolo catches them in the air with certain stage transitions. So as you can see here, Piccolo will catch them, and I am able to do all 5 Gara de la Panteras, and then I'm able to ult. This is roughly, again, a 90% combo or 88% combo. So you also have these options, so make sure you play around with all the maps and test where you can do this. So guys, we had a little extra time here, so I'll put in at least one good game I can find in quick play here. And we'll see who we get. And let me just show you kind of how I play Law. I'll try and throw it, not Law, Grimmjow. I'll throw in some mix-ups that I showed you earlier just to show you that they work, and I'll try and land some high damage combos and show you that it's actually not hard to land Piccolo after. Remember, make sure that if Piccolo isn't using his beam after like the Team Awakening, or after, it's a B3, maybe I'll just stick with this guy, or after just 3 heavies into ult, you need to hold down the assist button during non-cutscene parts. So at any point, if you let go of the assist button before the assist goes off, it will act as a switch, and Piccolo will just run up and hit the opponent, like, you just kind of like body slam into him. Alright guys, here we go. Playing against an Asta player. Hopefully he does not ult us, so we can't use our abilities, but you'll never know. If I was an Asta player, I'd definitely do that. It's just really fun to do. Aizen, though, interesting pick. And was Toguro? No, Kenshiro, okay. Let's first start. I'll show you some combos I do with Piccolo here. Is he gonna... I mistimed Piccolo, but that's because I was using Goku earlier. Ooh. Don't do that. We can also use Piccolo here. And as these falls, let's go for like a reset here. Oh, he dashed. He decided to dodge that, so he's gonna white out here in a second. But as you can see, I was going for that one mix-up. Let's go for the heavy mix-ups here. It's okay if he ults us, I don't care. Okay. I just wish his things were a little slower. Or faster, sorry. Oh, man, I am rusty. I think we're too far away. Yeah, we're safe there. Should be okay. It's a little delayed. I'm not playing like the best. I also don't play Grimmjow a lot. I'm doing this because I'm safe after it. I'm a good distance away. And there's only a few seconds left. Alright, let's go ahead and get 5 bars here and do the Team Awakening. I do want to show you more mix-ups because that's really what Jump Force is about. If you can mix up your opponent, it's very good. Okay, so he's gonna white out. I always feel like they're gonna try and dodge and I'll hit him in the air, but... Okay, I don't even think I got Piccolo out. So this is not good. Oh, we got him, okay. Even when we mess up, we can still... Yeah, awaken, that usually happens. Got the grab up. Let's try and get the one hit. They're gonna... Ooh. Well, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna give him a chance to guard to show you mix-ups here. Or he's not. I want to do the 3 light. Okay. I'm trying to let him... As you can see, right when he got up. Okay, we were able to show off that, right? The 3 light Vanish works. I really wanted to pull off just the 1 light Vanish grab or something like that. That usually does work. But guys, that is a brief way of how I play Grimmjow. That's not the best way I would play Grimmjow, but that is pretty much it. So guys, hey, thank you so much for watching. I think Kenshiro Guide is next, then Kenshin. I know a lot of people are waiting on Kenshin. However, more people voted for Kenshiro. And then after Kenshin, I'm going to go ahead and put up a new poll on YouTube of who we want to see. I know Ryo Saiba is someone that is very popular, so he'll definitely be up there. But guys, other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later.